Trip report, 214. Matt the Yeti driving like a mad, crazy man. Danny Pimp Dog Rose in the back seat talking to all his ladies on the phone. And then myself. We are making good time coming through Raleigh on the way to the big ditch. We have to do our own trip report because Kevin videos all this stuff and never edits it, so none of us ever see it again. I will give this to Yeti and he will compile it when we get home. Thank you. More trip later. Report. 2 minutes after the first trip report, stopping to eat at the Golden Arches. Little burger, little energy, then off to the big ditch. Check in with you later. Bye. 30 seconds after the food hit the Jeep, Danny spills it in the floor. So, we're changing his name from Pimp Dog to Clumsy. More on this later. Just got a call from Hal Veroni. Probably going to have a round table meeting to see whether we're going to let him back in the group or not. Backed out on the trip at the last minute. Little family issues, he says. We kind of believe him. He tends to tell the truth. But still may have to have a vote to decide whether he's back in on firewood detail or if he's a full member or not. We'll fill you in on that one a little later too. Bye. Okay, all gassed up in Morganton, heading off the beaten path. Got my seasickness bag for riding with Matt, because on the back roads he thinks he's qualifying for Baja or some other off-road race. Danny really doesn't know what to expect at this point. He's kind of lost. He still thinks we're in Princeton. And Matt's laughing. That scares me a lot, to be completely honest. So
the window button's right here.
We are within about 30 minutes of our destination. Made great time, beautiful day, beautiful weather. Gonna have a great trip. Talk to you later. Okay. Minor detour. Matt does not know where he's at. But now he thinks he does.
Negatory Ghost Rider.
He says negative Ghost Rider. He knows where he's at. I don't believe him. I'm borderline seasick from his on and off the gas. I may puke in the car seat.
Fierce and confused for a little while, but I ain't never been lost.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard all that or not, but most of that was gibberish. But anyway, I think we're making progress to the right part. I can see it on my phone now, so we're getting close.
1.1 mile.
Danny thinks he's got it on his GPS, and it's lost. He's trying to find some girl's house still. So, anyway. All right, Matt is putting the Jeep in four-wheel drive for what unknown reason, I don't know. And he's trying to kill us. But we'll see if we survive. We are going up the dirt mountain road. Alright, we're at our first overlook. Pimp Daddy is taking pictures. Yeti is working on the phone. And there is Short Off Mountain, where we went on our spring trip. And your first view of the gorge right up in that way. All right, we have got to the Connolly Cove parking area, and there's a car here, so we're going to go down and check out and make sure the camp's empty before we get started, before we tote all this stuff down here. There is our sign for Connolly Cove. There is the Yeti leaning on the sign. So, good deal. We'll let you know in a minute. All right, everybody's geared up. Danny is right back there ready. I got my ULA on on. Matt has a new pack, which is a Gossamer Gear Mariposa. We've not tried it. This is its maiden voyage, so we shall see. It's 6:49. Fixing to head down the trail, try to find this campsite before it gets dark. So, see what happens. Update, 7:38. Got the fire going. Everybody is set up. Danny's chasing wood. Yeti's, I don't know what Yeti's doing. He's over there doing what Yetis do. So, here we are. Back to the what Yetis do. Maybe by the end of this weekend, we can figure out what Yetis do in the woods. Right now, he's kind of over there in the dark by himself. Scares me a little. Bye. Sitting here doing a little thinking. 9 months ago, almost to the day, I broke my leg in 2 places. Lower bone and the big bone down low and the little bone up high. Got a titanium rod from my knee to my ankle. All on a trip with Kevin Capps. Here I am 9 months later in a place that's just as dangerous again with Kevin Capps. Maybe this will turn out better. (8:39) Thursday evening. We have contact with the brethren. We can hear them up on the road. When we holler, they holler back. It means they're getting close. So they should be set up here in the next 30 minutes or an hour. We'll introduce you to everybody. This would be Pastor Andy Stovall that none of us thought would be here. Also with a gimped up leg a little over a year or so ago, like myself, but yes, Kevin was not involved in his injury.
No.
Jerry Falk.
What's up?
Is here. We got Mr. David Casey over in the back corner.
What's up?
And our co-chairman of our group.
No, he's vice president.
Vice president of the group, Kevin Capps. Second in command. That's all for now. We'll let you know when everybody gets settled in. 9:46. Everybody is situated. Finally. Andy is playing with his new stove that he's never lit before. It's probably going to cause a forest fire. And Mr. Capps is set up and ready to go. So that'll be all for me. Well, everybody's turned in. It's about 46 degrees. Supposed to get down to about 40. Should be a good night. We'll see you in the morning. Talk to you later. This is what happens when you get the A-Lot Mayfly chair and you flop too hard, you land on your back. That's good. Let's see if he can get up. Oh, well.
No, you're gonna knock your pot over. Careful. You might as well go to the side. Oh, you made it.
There he is. Takes a little team effort.
Thank you, sir. Yep.
Jerry this morning, boiling him up some coffee.
What's up? Good morning.
I don't know where them 2 monkeys back there are at, but they're still back there. Going into the Yeti's lair. He is having a little breakfast from the hammock this morning with his Minimal Designs Elite stove. What are we having this morning, Yeti?
We're having grits and some hot coffee.
Grits and hot coffee. We will do a little gear review this afternoon when we set up. It was dark last night, so you didn't really get a good look at everybody's stuff. That's all from the Yeti's lair. Alright, here's the scoop. Just dropped off the vehicles at Babel Tower parking lot.
It was kind of rough.
Jerry is kind of like Matt. He's qualifying for some kind of off-road race at this point, carrying us back. We're going to get on Conley Cove and head to the river. Yeah, we got to get back before Kevin blows a gasket.
That ain't gonna happen.
Because it's not 9 o'clock, because it's 9:30 and we've not left yet, so he's a little upset. Pastor Andy's doing what Pastor Andy does, talking with the people at the church, and the rest of us are just chilling. Check in with you at the river.
All right. Out on the beaver.
Here we all getting ready to go. Get down Conley Cove to the river. Jerry's off in the parking lot. He'll get the camera ready. Andy, Pimp Daddy, Clumsy. I got the Yeti directly behind me. Table Rock Mountain over into the front. Made it to the river. There it is. Back of Kevin's head. Kind of shiny, like myself. The debate now is the stump. Kevin technically is correct on one end because Matt had never been here and seen the stump. So the stump Matt was talking about is the stump Kevin was talking about, which is on the right side of Conley Cove. The stump that I was talking about, which is also hollow and also big enough for a man, is on the left side of Conley Cove. So Kevin has the input.
Here's the only problem with Jason referring it to as the stump. It is a stump. It's not the stump. The stump is in the video. That one's not. That's never been on video until today. Today.
But it is now. So the stump I was referring to technically was wrong, but technically was right because there is a stump there. So anyway, up on the Linville Gorge trail, we think we're close. Spence Ridge, a little rugged, kind of like the other end of Linville Gorge. I would say this end's probably a little more like a rock climb than a trail, but it's fun. Got a good sweat worked up. There comes the Yeti and David. Let you know when we get to Spence Bridge. I think we'll take a little break there.
Really cool section of the gorge. Got a sheer rock face on both sides. Linville Gorge trails up 75, 100 feet maybe. I don't know if you can see it through there. I'll try to zoom it in. I think Cathedral Falls is right there. We'll try to get a little better look here in a second. This is the Cathedral Falls, excuse me, campsite where Shug and Hickory spent the night. That should be Cathedral Falls. Really, really cool place. See if we can get a little better look at the falls for you. That should be the falls right there. Down to the beautiful Linville River. That way. Here's the Cathedral Falls, a little closer down. Got my buddy Kevin, Danny Rose, the main man Andy. The rest of the gang's kind of back there. That's about as straight up as you're gonna get right there. Back there, ain't too much road. This is gonna be bump along. Just discussing our travels for the morning. We figured we're about a quarter of the way there, and we've not made near the time we thought we would, or that we hoped we would. So, gonna have to push on pretty hard this afternoon. It's 12:30 now. If we want to get to camp by a decent time, we're going to have to push pretty hard. We'll make it. Made it to Spence Bridge. Not overly impressed. You can see where it was. That's about it. Other than that, there's nothing really there to look at. So anyway, moving on. Holy cow. Me and the Yeti kind of forged ahead. Found this really cool overhang. Trail comes right through there. Kind of sat down, took a break. My heart's beating. The old saying's very, very true. A mile in the gorge is like 10 on flat land. So we got a couple more behind us. We're kind of sitting here waiting on them to get here. So it's been a pretty tough day. I think we're close to Devil's Hole. We just made a pretty good push. We come past, what was it? What's the name of that camp? Sandy something. Old Sandy, I think is what it was. Decided to take a little break up on this ledge, turn it around and see if y'all can see it. It's a really cool spot. That's Table Rock off in the distance. That's Hawksbill right there. And that is the beautiful Linville River. With a cool little waterfall right down in here. Or water slide, I guess you'd call it. A new trip report. Still making our way down the Linville Gorge Trail. Pretty rough. I've lost the Yeti. We stopped and got water. Saw him there. Hadn't seen him since. So I'm gonna just keep pushing. I hadn't heard him scream and yell, so I know he hadn't fell. And see if I can find Jerry Falk, who's probably sitting around with his feet kicked up, laughing at us, because he went the easy way. Feature that we've been looking for a while. It's a rock ledge. We kind of got skirt on right there. Fall. Down there. Well, I found Jerry. That's the good news. At about 3 o'clock. Bad news is there's some let me think of a polite way to say this since children might watch this video. There are some not so polite Christian, non-Christian males in our campsite that we wanted to be in, so we're now trying to find plan B. Plan B is not looking real great. If you look behind me, some straight up and some little spindly stuff. The Yeti has finally showed up. He does not do well in the mountains. He's more of a cold weather animal. And we're waiting on Andy, Kevin, David, and Pimp Dog. So that's kind of what we're doing right now, sitting on the side of the trail trying to figure out what we're gonna do. All right, Friday night report. Me and the Yeti are on the side of a mountain at the very, very top, hanging the best we can. Campsites on this end of the gorge are terrible. Gonna move in the morning and find something different. Rough, long day. So that is all for tonight. Gonna battle these leg cramps for a little while. Let's see how it goes. Saturday morning update. Going to get a little water. Got the Yeti in front of me. He's moving a little better today than he was yesterday afternoon. Some of the guys are gonna try to cross the river. I told them good luck, have fun, see you when you get back. I'm camped on the side of a mountain like I talked about last night. I will be packing up and moving somewhere today. Got the water. I am in pack mule mode. It's 6 liters. Should more than get me through today and tomorrow. Heading back to camp. Yeti's behind me. I think he's got 6 liters also. Took the tarp down so you can see the side of the mountain that we're sitting on. There's the Yetis. Guess you can see the angle. And there's mine. I have fell down for the last time, packing this jewel up and moving down the way a little bit. Found a sweet spot by the river. I believe the Yeti is joining. All right, new campsite. There is the Yeti right back there. His view is looking right up there. The trees kind of got it blocked from here. Here's my new setup. And this is what I will wake up to in the morning. decided to bring a basketball into the Linville Gorge. They lost it, now it's down there. Can't ever tell what you might see in the Linville Gorge. On another note, got this great spot to sit and eat our lunch. Camp right back there. Got some other pretty cool folks right down there. And we are here.
Saturday evening dinner is done. I had a ostentatious tortilla soup from Packet Gourmet. Yeti had Texas State Fair chili from Packet Gourmet. Both were excellent. He said his was very good. Mine was great. Kind of sold on the Packet Gourmet stuff. Had bangers and mash last night as a 2-person meal. Probably not enough for 2 people that were as hungry as we were, but it was still good. So as long as you had something else to go with it, it would be plenty. So anyway, we're pretty sold on all the Packet Gourmet stuff at this point.
Well, just come out of the campsite. The Yeti and Pimp Dog are gone. I'll catch them. But Lord, I'm out of breath. I just started walking. Newsflash. Bible Tower straight up the whole way. I caught Danny. Yeti's back there behind him. And we'll make it up one day. The middle section of Bible is a whole lot better. Once you kind of come up, it just kind of skirts around this edge. Pretty nice walking. I mean, it's still uphill, but it's not a bad grade. A little rocky, but the view's pretty good. I don't know if you can see that or not. But it's pretty cool. .08, made it to the top. I'm at the Bible Tower parking lot. Let's see, there's the cars, there's the Jeep. We're here, or I'm here. I had to wait on them for a while, I'm sure. ULE OHM 2.0. Suffered a little war wound on the first day. We'll have to sew that up when we get home. All in all, I like the pack pretty good though. All right, we're out. Yeti, Danny made it finally. Changed clothes and come to Wiseman's View. So I'm gonna turn it around so you can see what we're looking at. That would be Hawksbill. That would be Table Rock.
There's a perfect jump.
Seawall, Short Off. That's where we were at in the spring.
Shayna, Shayna, your turn to jump.
And right down there is Fantasy where we just came from. to report. Just met Suge and
buddy.
Hickory. Woo, buddy. And we are now at the famous Louise's Rock House. Gonna get us a little grub. Oh, inside Louise's. Got a little grub. Danny likes a little pepper with his chicken pot pie. Matt got the chicken pot pie. And then inside the famous Louise's Rock House. Right after we just... Alright, it's probably the last video for this trip. Just left Louise's. Really, really good. Yeti's driving down the hill just as hard as he tries to drive up the hill. Pimp Dog's waiting on phone service because his ladies are waiting on him. And we're heading back to Goldsboro. I had a encounter with the Suge and the Hickory. Got to talk to him for a few minutes. That was really, really cool. All three of us forgot to take any video whatsoever. So that tells you our videography skills pretty much stink. But we did get some pictures. So that's better than nothing. Anyway, I guess that's all for now. The Linville Gorge trip was really fun. Linville Gorge Trail from Conley Cove up to Babel Tower is really rough. Babel Tower's not too terrible bad coming out. I guess that's about all we can say about it, boys. Anybody got anything else?
Good lunch.
Pimp Dog says we had a great lunch. I have to agree. I had the beef stew and they had the chicken pot pie.
It was scrumptious.
It was really good. So we will definitely make the Rock House a permanent fixture on our trips from now on.
Banana pudding and diet.
So anyway, that's all for now. Unless something interesting happens on the way home. Bye.